How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cup or Bust. In this one, we're using the Colorado Avalanche, last season's worst team, who had a huge comeback this season, though, getting back into the playoffs. Top players there, McKinnon, Rantanen, and Landeskog, so definitely a solid young core to build around. I also have Eric Johnson, Tyson Barrie on D. Goalie, though, we could use a better goaltender. You can actually see we're the worst team here in the Central Division, a very tough division. It's going to make it tough to make the playoffs here, let alone win the Stanley Cup, but I think we can make it happen. And in case you don't know the settings I use right now, they're basically all the most realistic, aside from injuries off. That way, if you have like a goalie go down in the playoffs, it doesn't ruin an entire year, as we only do have 3 years to get this done. Trade difficulty is also on hard, just to make it, as challenging as possible. And I've also got my own set of rules. The first one is unlimited free agent signings. That way we can just have some fun in the offseason. Max 5 trades per year, though. CPU offers are a bonus. Cannot trade picks past 2020. That way the franchise, can rebuild if they need to. And then keep at least 4 picks per draft. I've also added a bunch of creative players to make the franchise mode a bit more realistic. So we got Brady Tkachuk here, Cole Caulfield, Cale Makar obviously will have a big part in this episode. Ilya Kovalchuk there as a free agent. Samsonov, Shashorkin, Sorokin, Farabee, Jack Hughes, Jake Ottinger, Oliver Wahlstrom, and of course, Quinn Hughes. And in this episode, I have a playoff extreme choice pack on the line, one of the 100K ones. So if we don't win the Stanley Cup in one of the first 3 years, we'll have to quick sell this. But of course, if we do win, we can keep whatever's inside. And right here's look at the team we're starting with. Obviously, Landeskog, McKinnon, and Rantanen is still the first line. We have Yakupov, Kerfoot, and Wilson here on the second. Colborn, Jost, and Komu on the third, with Andredo, Soderberg, and Nieto on the fourth. So apart from the first line, the forward group really isn't that great. Obviously, Jost and Yakupov both could grow. Same with Kerfoot. The rest of the guys, though, aren't probably going to be part of a Stanley Cup winning team. Defense here, we have Zadorov and Barrie on the top pair, Johnson, Girard, and then Nemeth and Barbero. So, I mean, the top 4 could see some growth from Girard and Zadorov. Even Barrie, I guess. Johnson's going to be at 83, and he's making like $6 million. So maybe he's a guy we look to trade away. I don't know. And then, like I was saying before, goalies, Varlamov and Bernier. If one of them were to grow, we'd have to have like a great season, and I don't see us having a great season with one of these guys in net and the team that's in front of them. So probably have to make a trade for a young goalie who will hopefully grow. Hammond's our AHL starting goaltender. Really only good forward in the AHL is Comfort, maybe Kamenev as well. Defense, obviously, we have Makar, who hopefully will have a great season playing on the top pair. I'm going to try to make some trades right now, though. We are considered a rebuilder, actually, so we cannot sign Kovalchuk, unfortunately. But I'm going to try and make some trades to hopefully just get some nice young pieces. I don't see us winning the Stanley Cup the first year, but maybe year 2 or 3. So this first trade I'm trying to make here is with Anaheim. Trade them Eric Johnson and a 3rd-round pick for Sam Steele. Obviously, Steele is a solid young prospect. I know from like previous franchise mode, he actually grows quite a bit. And like I was saying before, Johnson's solid defenseman, but he's kind of overpaid. He's 83 overall, making $6 million. As you can see there, that's why he doesn't have that much value. So adding a 3rd-round pick to him, they want both, and they have Steele on the blocks. We'll see what they say. And the trade's accepted. We're calling up Lindholm, so there we go. I think that's a solid trade. Plus, we don't have so much cap space. It's actually ridiculous. As you can see there, we have like $23 million in cap space. Not to mention the fact we have a ton of assets. So I think this team is prime for a rebuild. I just want to show you guys some of our best players right now. Obviously, Nathan McKinnon, 89 overall. He's a beast. Young players there. We got Makar, Jost, Rantanen. Landeskog is also solid. Same with Barrie. Just added Steele. And then for draft picks, obviously we have Ottawa's 2018 first-round pick. Hopefully that's like a lottery pick. It would be amazing if we could actually have like 2 top 5 picks or something. That's just kind of the goal, I guess, for this season. And speaking of Ottawa, guys, right now I'm trying to make a trade for Thomas Chabot. Obviously, solid young defenseman. 20 years old, 80 overall with low lead potential. So if we give him a lot of playing time and he does well, he should grow by a lot. Plus, because he's got low lead, he's actually not valued too highly. I'm offering them Wilson, who they want. He's only 80 overall. 2nd-round pick in 2019. And then this Henry prospect, unsigned, top 9 forward potential. So he's like, okay, but nothing great. Value is on our side. They want Wilson. Hopefully this will go through. Trade rejected. Okay, so maybe it should be close. We add like a 3rd-round pick in this year's draft, or we actually can't do that. Let's try and add our 3rd-round pick in 2019. I think we'll be doing better than Ottawa, so they can hopefully say yes here. There we go. We're calling up Comfort. So finally got Chabot. Plus we have way more cap space than needed. Like we have $25 million in cap space. Obviously not going to use that this year, but hopefully that'll come in handy next season. And as always, guys, going to put an offer on Samuelson here. The best free agent prospect, medium top 9 forward. He has gotten to like a 78 for us before. So hopefully he'll say yes. I'll give him the max offer. So after this trade, here's what the team's looking like. Obviously, first line still intact. I've actually got Jost now on the 2nd line. Moved him to left wing. Hopefully, with the lead potential, getting 2nd line minutes, he'll grow. 3rd line here is Komu, Soderberg, and Comfort. And then 4th line's Andredo, Colborn, and Nieto. I've actually moved Colborn to a center. He does have 81 faceoffs, so I think he probably fits there better anyway. And then defense here, we got Chabot and Barrie as the top pair, which honestly isn't too bad. Girard and Zadorov on the second pair with Nemeth and Barbero on the third. So hopefully this team does bad and we get a high pick, but also hopefully all the young players grow. That'd kind of be like the perfect season. So I just started simming, guys. We're still in October, and I got this offer from Detroit. They want to give me a 4th round pick for Hammond and a 7th. I guess they feel they need a backup behind Howard, and Hammond's currently in the AHL for us, so I feel like we might as well take it. So we're about a month away from the trade deadline now. Chicago just offered me a 4th and 7th for Komu. Figured I'd take it. I don't know if we'd get much more back than that for him. Plus, it doesn't count as one of our trades, which obviously is a plus. So we're at the trade deadline with a record of 29, 28, and 4. Was hoping we'd be a bit worse than that, but that's okay. We actually started out the season 7-1, as you can see in the first few weeks there. So I was really scared this team was going to somehow miraculously be good. Luckily, they came back to earth over the next 5 months. So now we're at the deadline. Obviously, can make a few trades still. Only made 2 at the start of the season. Hopefully, find some good steals on like picks and prospects with contending teams. McKinnon there leading the team in scoring, 59 points. And we're actually second last in the division. Nashville. Oh man, actually no, I don't know why I was thinking Nashville because of like the 2nd round pick, but it doesn't matter if Nashville's doing bad. We do want Ottawa to be being bad, and they're 57 points. Looks like they're probably not making the playoffs. Hopefully they don't make it, as I'd love for their pick to win the lottery. So right now, guys, trying to make a contract trade with Dallas. They want Andredo, 77 overall, making 1.6. That seems like way too high paid for me. And then the other 4 guys there all have AHL potential, basically. Plus they're signed to term 2 or 3 years. So I'm taking back 2 dudes that only have 1 year left. Both of them they do not want, with 3 4th round picks. I feel like this is a steal, trading away contracts we don't want and getting picks back that are actually decent. We'll see what Dallas says. Trade rejected. I thought they might. Hopefully if I take away 1/4 there on, I thought that went through. Give us 1 4th round pick, please. There we go. So 4th round pick for a bunch of contracts I didn't want anyway. I like that's still solid. I'm actually trying to make one more trade at Dallas here for Lindell. Solid young defenseman, 23 years old, 81 overall, low top 4 potential. Offering them Bernier, who's their backup. They want him. He's got a good amount of value. He actually has more value than Lindell, so maybe they'll say yes. It'll be a pretty good trade for us. Let's see what they say. And they do accept it, so I'm really happy with that. Alright guys, trying to make one last trade here with the Devils to get Jesper Bratt. Obviously solid young forward, 19 years old, 80 overall, medium top 9. Adding a couple players there they don't want. Offering them Milosh here, decent prospect. A couple players for some reason they do want, no idea why they want them. Then adding a 6th and 7th, which they also want. The value's on our side, so if we can get this trade to go through, we're basically getting Bratt for free. We'll see what they say here. Trade rejected. Okay, so let's see if maybe I throw in a 4th. That'll get it done. It's already on our side. We'll use what? The Preds are bad. We'll use the Chicago 4th here. See what they say. And there we go. That was a steal. So after the trade deadline, here's a look at the team. First line, I think, is the only one that hasn't changed. Second line's now Bratt, Kerfoot, and Joss. So pretty good young line. Third here we have Nieto, Soderberg, and Yakupov. And then 4th's Comfort, Colborne, and Rutu. Defense, Chabot there is actually an 85 now. Highest rated defenseman on the team. He was an 80 when we traded for him. So he's grown 5 in like, what, half a season? That's insane. I'm so glad we made that trade. He's already higher than Barrie. Lindell there with Zadorov on the 2nd pair, then Girard and Nemeth on the 3rd. Varlamov's still our starter. We now have Martin as the backup. So hopefully this team, has more growth, but still we finish low, get a high pick. And that'd be a success. And we're not at the end of the regular season. We actually finished 500, 38, 38, and 6. AHL team, though, did very well, 43, 32, and 7. Like I said earlier, I was hoping we would have done a little bit worse than that, but I'm guessing our first line just carried us. Maybe even Varlamov had a really good year, and he'll have some growth. Finished 6th there in the division with 82 points. And Nashville somehow got last. No idea how that happened. McKinnon, though, went off, 73 points, 82 games. I actually did even better than that this year, though, in real life. So we'll see how everyone else did. Landeskog there, 67. Rantanen, 64. Bratt there had 50. Bratt had 55 points somehow. That's crazy. I wonder if he had most of those with the Devils. Kerfoot, 52 is not bad. Soderberg, Barrie there, 45. Yakupov. Joss had 40. Okay, so a bit of growth. Chabot, still an 85. I still can't believe kind of how fast he grew. Let's take a look here at Varlamov's stats. .911 save percentage. I mean, so yeah, his stats actually aren't too great. I guess our team, I don't know, just somehow hung into games. I'm surprised we actually even went 500. And looking at the AHL real quick, Kamenev had 63 points as leading scorer, so maybe he'll have some growth. That'd be pretty awesome. Makar here as a defenseman at 39 as well. Only grew by 1 so far, so I don't know. Have to hope, I guess, he has a big summer. And leading scorers for the entire league this year. Kane first there, 95. Tarasenko 2nd. Ovi 3rd. Just a Russian trio there at the top. And as you can see here, Toronto actually won the President's Trophy. First place there with 113 points. That's kind of nuts. We'll see where we finished the entire league. 22nd, so we just got to get really lucky in the draft lottery. And last was the Red Wings. Ottawa, though, 26. So we do have their pick as well. Hopefully, one of the 2 picks is a lottery pick. And the draft results just came in, guys. Unfortunately, we did not win the lottery. Actually, the Rangers won first overall via the Boston trade. So that looks pretty bad on the Bruins. Florida there second, and Chicago third. With the Nashville first-round pick. So they made the playoffs, and they're picking third. Detroit, so it seems to always get screwed here in the lottery. We actually have picks 8 and 10. So, I mean, we still can get 2 medium elite potential players, hopefully. Usually one of the teams messes up. I think there's 9 in total. If not, we could probably make a trade to move up to 9 with the Rangers and still get 2 guys who should be able to help us out by year 3. Or we could even combine the 2 picks and try and move into the top 3. We'll see what's available. And now I want to show you guys the awards. As you can see here, the Pittsburgh Penguins are back-to-back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. This happens so many times in the sim. I can't believe they three-peat again. Obviously, already know the President's Trophy winner. Winnipeg Jets is actually who they beat in the Stanley Cup final. Art Ross, we know, went to Kane. Ovi actually got the Hart. Letang there, James Norris. Kane, Lady Bing. Hischier with the Calder. Murray with the Conn Smythe. Vasilevsky got the Vezina. Holtby, though. William M. Jennings. Thought with the Masterson. Stahl with the Selke. Ovi with the Ted Lindsay. As well as the Maurice Richard. AHL awards here. I don't even know, actually. I simmed through it really quick. I don't think our team won anything. Yeah, we did not. We had a decent season, but did not win anything. At least team awards, maybe player awards. It does not look like we got one. And we're actually in the draft now, guys. Trying to trade for Florida's 2nd overall pick, offering them the 10th pick as well as 2019's first round pick. I figured there's no reason to trade both 18 picks, especially if we think we'll be a better team next year. The value's about equal. We'll see what they say. Trade rejected. Okay, so I figured Florida would say no. I wanted to try and get Svechnikov for sure, though. Dallin we really don't need now that we have Shabbat. Chicago, though, their pick is on the block. I feel like they'll probably say yes to this. The thing is, now we might not get Svechnikov. We could get Zadina, but Zadina still is good. He's actually grown more than Svechnikov for me before. Usually, though, Svechnikov does grow the most, even more than Dallin, actually. But we'll see here if Chicago says yes. The value is equal, maybe even on our side, plus their picks on the block. Here we go. And they do say yes. There we go. So we now have a top 3 pick, plus we still have the 8th pick. Really like that deal. So with our 3rd pick here, guys, I'm going to take Zadina. I was really hoping for Svechnikov. Unfortunately, he went 2nd overall behind Dallin, of course. Our next pick is actually pick number 8, so who knows who could still be there. Hopefully somebody solid. Demers for a 2nd. I'm going to say no. So let's see what happened here. Kachuk 4, Hughes 5th, Bouchard 6, Volino 7th. Okay, we could take Bokvist here at 8. Wallstrom's also still available. We just took a forward though into Zadina. I think we go Bokvist, especially too. He's grown a lot for me in the past. I know the 1 year we had him, he got up to like an 85 at least, maybe even an 86. Semenov here, I'm guessing, is made up. Could have elite potential, but I think we go Bokvist here. Zadina and Bokvist, I mean, that's a pretty solid draft. So we now have the 5th pick in the 2nd round, and 2 teams just got steals. Carolina here with the 4th pick got a medium elite guy. Same with Vancouver in the 3rd pick. I don't know how they pulled that off. I'm pretty jealous, though. Like, we were 1 pick away. Also, that Chicago goalie, I think I already skipped over him, was medium elite. So we traded a medium elite goalie with a 2019 first for Bokvist, which I still don't think is too bad of a trade. Hopefully here there's still some pretty good prospects available. And with our next pick, guys, I'm going to take Ryan Merkley here. Lowly potential, 67 overall, though. I feel like that's a pretty solid 2nd round pick. And our next pick is actually pick number 10 in the 2nd round. So, I mean, we had 4 picks here in the top 40. That's pretty insane. Hopefully, I can get another solid player. Sandin here, high top 6D. Or we could take one of the goalies who we know are going to be good. Let's see here. Rodriguez, medium fringe starter. We know he has medium starter, though. Goalies always have a good amount of value, too. I think I'm just going to play it safe here. Take Rodriguez. Our next pick, I don't think, is till the 4th round. And next, we actually have the 1st pick in the 4th round. I want to show you guys a couple more steals that teams got. I don't know why we're getting unlucky here. I just can't find, like, the created player steals. Right here, Arizona, this dude, medium elite, 52 overall defenseman. And then St. Louis also got a medium elite, 52 overall defenseman. So maybe you have to take a chance on a few created players. Never know, I guess. I think it's our scout's job, though, to find those guys. Otherwise, really have no way to know. So this Roth guy here is projected medium top 6. I know Popovich has low top 6 and Kotz a low elite. We do have, I think, 3 or 4 4th round picks, though, so I'm going to take a chance here. Plus Elliott's exact top 4. Again, no, I'm going to take a chance. Please be right, scouts. Medium bottom 6. I should not have done that. With my next pick in the 4th round, I'm going to take Kott here. As like I said, I know he has low elite. That Elliott guy just got taken. He's got low top 4. And I wasn't sure when our next pick was. We got really lucky, though. We have pick number 10. And Popovich is still available, so definitely going to snag him up before anyone else does. And I think we'll still have 1 more 4th round pick after that. So we actually only had 3 4th round picks. We're now picking in the 5th round. Decided to sort by potential. And there's actually this Hoyle guy here. Our scouts say is exact elite. Even if he's low elite, that's still a sick 5th round pick. It is low elite, but I'll take it. And final pick of the draft here, guys. Pick number 21 in the 7th round. Honestly, aside from that one pick that was like a medium bottom 6, I'd say pretty good draft so far. Hopefully, have a good, solid last pick here as well. Nazarov, I don't mind the name. Medium top 9 in the 7th. That's not too bad. Low top 9. It's alright. So now at the re-sign phase here, we have a ton of cap space, $28.5 million. Just went through and got rid of all the bad contracts. Tons of like AHL players that were old, no potential. Got rid of them. And honestly, we really have no one to re-sign, so we have just a ton of money to spend in free agency. Like centers here, Colborn I think was the best unsigned one. Just gonna let him go. Then we have Cott there, 56, not even worth signing. Everyone else is locked up. Left wingers, like all the NHL ones are good to go. Nieto, 78, maybe a 4th liner, 925k. That's actually fair. I thought he was gonna ask for more than that. Bork here, I must have missed letting him go. Kamenev, he had a pretty good AHL season. Does not want to. He's 75 overall. He wants an AHL deal. That's not or NHL deal. Sorry, not gonna happen. We'll just qualify him. Yakupov's a 79 now. Could be a good 4th liner. What's he want? 2 years at $2 million. Let's try like 1.9. I think that's not too bad, especially too. We have so much money. We can definitely afford that. Samuelson would not mind keeping for an AHL player. Defense here. Let's see. Nemeth could be bottom pair guy if we really mess up and get nobody. 1.5 million though for a 78. I'm just gonna qualify him for now. Bachfist definitely gonna sign. Want him playing in the AHL. I just remember too. I need to go sign Zadina. Merkley's a 67. Maybe he's good enough to play in the AHL. We definitely have enough contract spots. I cleared out so many. Hoyle's only a 52. So where was Zadina? 76. He could honestly potentially make the NHL team. And then goalies here, all we're left with right now is Varlamov and Rodriguez. So we need a backup and a couple AHL goalies. Definitely going to be a busy offseason. So throughout the free agency period, everyone made an offer on signed, which makes sense. I think they were like all AHL deals anyway, aside from Yakupov. Here we go. John Carlson's available. Obviously want him. That would be huge. 89 overall. Kovalchuk's an 86 now. Jeez. I don't know who signed him, but he must have just went off. He went from an 83 to an 86, and he's 35. That's really impressive. Perron there's also an 86. You got Neil Stashny. Richie's available. He usually is. Him and Montour. I'm not seeing Montour right now. There's Kemp, who's always available. I guess they actually got Montour locked up, but couldn't get Richie locked up, so maybe we can make a trade for him. Definitely going to make an offer on Carlson. Like, we have $28 million in cap space. There is no reason not to. 5 years. We'll just pay him a lot here for 5 years. 89 overall. I'll give him $7.5 million. That's like, I think that's honestly a fine deal. I'm surprised he's not asking for more. I'm also going to make an offer on Stastny, as we could use a better second line center behind McKinnon. Kerfoot's still an 81. That's more of like a 3rd line center. 2 years, I could give him $5 million. That's probably okay. An extra $500K there. So we have $28 million in cap space. That'd only be $12 million. So I mean, we still have, what is that, $16 million. Wouldn't mind signing one of Perron or Neal. Let's see. Perron's one higher, and he actually wants $1 million less, so might as well go for him. That just seems like a deal. We'll offer him here 5.5 for 6 years. See what he says. I think I'm going to try and trade for Richie. Same with Kemp if we need him. Defense, we could use a D-man. The 2 best defensemen, though, are Schuster and DeHaan, both 81, and they want $4.5 million, which is way too much for an 81 overall D-man. Good check goalies now as well. Carter Hutton here, 89 overall. So again, St. Louis had a good year, and he grew a ton. We know what happened last time, did not work out, but we did actually have a bad season. If we have a good season, he could keep that rating. I feel like we might as well go for it here. Hopefully, second time's a charm here with Hutton. I mean, it's better, too, to get him in free agency for free, even if it costs us money, than, say, trading for somebody. I'm looking for an AHL goalie right now. Hallinan here is 19, 66 overall. Medium fringe. Wallen, 20, 63. I think that'd be a solid backup. Even though they're not that high rated, they hopefully will both grow playing in the AHL. And I just searched by potential, and Barbashev's actually available. 1.8 million. I'm not sure if we have our 3rd round pick next year. Yeah, we do not have the picks, but I'm definitely going to do and try a trade for him. If he's on the block, St. Louis can't afford him. Same goes for Richie. Kemp, I don't think we'd really need. Let me see about 2-way players. And I just made offers on 5 2-way players. Asplin, Mashrin, Sokolov, all 20 years old, top 9 forward potential, as well as a couple D-men here, both 20 as well with top 60 potential. And as you guys can see here, Stastny accepted our offer. He's coming back to Colorado. That's pretty cool. Sokolov did as well. Same for like all the other AHL guys who made offers on. So that's good to see. Could definitely use that. And we had a bunch of contract spots. Hutton accepted too. So we now have our starting goaltender, 89 overall. Hopefully he keeps it. Carlson as well. I mean, we paid him a lot. So the two best free agents, we signed both of them. Having all that cap space definitely paid off. Same with Perron. So I'm not sure exactly how much cap space we now have. Didn't expect to get every single one of them, but we had enough, and I'm happy with that. He actually had 74 points last year, Perron. Jeez. So we're at the end of the summer now, and Richie still hasn't signed with the Ducks. He's now on the block, which should make him easier to trade for. Offering them Nemeth, Popovich, who's got low top 6, and then this Niemelin guy, top 6D. Should go through. Like, the value's on our side. We'll see what they say, though. They do say yes. Awesome. I'm trying to make a trade for another RFA here in Jordan Schmaltz. I was hoping that Barbashev was still an RFA, but I guess St. Louis traded him or someone made a qualifying offer as he's no longer on the team. I'm actually offering them Samuel Girard. For some reason, he dropped an overall. Now it's 76, so I'm going to try to trade him along with Nieto for Schmaltz. See what they say. Trade accepted. There we go. So you guys look at the new team going into this season. Very excited to see how we do. The first line is staying intact. Second line is now Nick Ritchie, Kerfoot, and Perron. Third line here is Joss, Stastny, and Yakupov. And the fourth line is Sam Steele, Soderberg, and Bratt. So, I mean, definitely a better team than we had last season. Basically redid the entire bottom 9 players. Defense here, Shabbat, Carlson, Barry, Zadorov, Lindell, and Schmaltz. The D's also looking a lot better. Of course, Hutton's our new starting goaltender. AHL, goalie doesn't really matter. Forwards, not much there other than Kamenev. But on defense, Bachvist and Makar is our top pair. Hopefully, these two can definitely make the NHL next year. I've seen it happen before, and obviously it'd be a huge boost to the team. Just got this offer from LA. They want to give me Martinez and Gravel for Steele, 5th, and a 6th. Definitely don't want to trade Steele, but our second left-hand defenseman could use an upgrade. Right now it's Zadorov, so maybe we can make a trade here. Let's see. So making LA a counteroffer here, offering them Lindell, who would be scratched if we got back Martinez. Masherin, who's not even playing in the AHL. Third round pick in 2020, and this Nazarov guy, low top 9, but for some reason they want him. The value's about equal. Martinez is on the block, so maybe they say yes. And they do. I think that's a huge trade for us. And after making that trade for Martinez, LA now wants to give us Muzzin for Sam Steele and Connor Timmins, but Steele is obviously a good young player. Timmins, one of our better prospects. I'm going to decline for now. And Ottawa just offered me Hoffman, a 4th, a 5th, and Weidman for Timmins, a 3rd, and a 5th. Not a bad offer, but I feel like I'm going to hold off for now, maybe wait till the deadline. Just got another trade offer from Minnesota. They want to give me Stahl and a 5th for Timmins and a 5th, so tons of teams wants Timmins. I think he's still in junior. It might be an AHL, actually. He's only like a 65, but he does have a medium top 4. As you can see right now, we're playing really well, 36, 18, and 4. But a week away from the deadline. Another bad offer from LA there. And we're at the deadline with a record of 38, 21, and 4, so pretty solid, 80 points at the deadline. We'll see where we are in the standings. I'm hoping we're a playoff team. We should be with this many points at the trade deadline break. And yeah, we're first place in the division. McKinnon there, leading scorer, 52 points so far in 63 games. So we can only make one trade. Hopefully it's a good one. Alright guys, so we can only make one trade this deadline, and I'm trying to make a blockbuster. Eric Carlson again is on the trade block by the Ottawa Senators, offering them Bachvist, Hoyle, Rodriguez. All three we actually just drafted. Bachvist is actually a 73 now, was a 69, so he's already grown by 4. Hoyle here's got low elite, and then Rodriguez, of course, is the goaltender. Also wanted to show you guys just how many players we have with a ton of value. Obviously right there's Carter Hutton. And then, like, we have all these dudes with elite potential. It's kind of insane. Plus, Makar, Zadina still have to make the team. Honestly, Zadina's good enough now, but at the beginning of the season, he was a 76. Must just be tearing up junior. Bachvist will probably be good enough next year, but if I could have Eric Carlson instead, obviously going to make that trade. So, we'll see here what the Senators say. And they say yes. That's huge. Obviously, I think I might have to like buy out Soderberg or somebody next year, but for right now, I'm happy with that. So after the trade deadline, here's a look at the team. Obviously, forward group is the same. I think the couple of guys have gone up by 1, though. Defense here, we now have Carlson as the top pair. Barry, Shabbat's the second pair with Martinez and Schmaltz on the bottom pair. Like, honestly, if this team doesn't win the Stanley Cup, I don't know. 89 Hutton in net. We should be solid. And it's now the end of the regular season. We finished with a record of 49, 28, and 5. We're just crushing it. So 103 points. Should be first in the division, maybe even in the NHL. And we did win the division there with 103 points. Did not win the conference, though. McKinnon only had 69 points in 82 games. Kind of surprised. Thought he had like 50 and 60. So his last 20 games, he actually didn't do as well. Carlson, though, destroyed as a defenseman. Landeskog at 54. Carlson also had 54. Kind of low scoring, even though I guess, I don't know, looking at it here, a ton of guys put up around 50 points. Thought that top line would have done a little bit better, not gonna lie. I don't even, or there's Rantanen, not even 50 points, jeez. We'll take a look here and see what Hutton's stats were like as a starting goalie. .921 save percentage, 2.33 goals against. Varlamov actually had better stats, even though his win record was not as good. And I accidentally checked goalies for the entire league. Carter Hutton actually led the league in wins, even though our team did not have the most wins. So I guess Varlamov could have gotten a couple more wins. Maybe would have won the President's Trophy. Saw it here. 102 points for Chicago. Jeez. I traded him away for Morrissey and Connor. Still don't regret that trade. I don't know how he puts up 100 points. I've seen some unrealistic things in franchise. This has to be up there. Kucherov second, Kane third. I guess he just plays on that line with Kane and somehow goes off. I just want to check now and see who did win the league. Pittsburgh, 115 points. Are you kidding me? And then we got third place there, so not too bad. We'll see. Is Detroit last again? No, they are not. Montreal is last. Wow, and that's with Carey Price most likely in net. Carolina third last. LA fourth last. They're starting to rebuild. I could see LA definitely entering a rebuild pretty soon. Especially if they lose Doughty. Islanders there, fifth last. So the first round of the playoffs, guys, are matched up with Minnesota. Their top six is not too bad. Obviously, ours is much better. Their bottom six is all 70s, so I feel like we really should beat these guys. Defense, pretty solid, top pair, Suter, Dunn, but they also have Brodin. After that, though, it's not great. And then in goal, of course, they have Dubnyk. So first game here, guys, nothing in the first period. 1-1 after 2. Joss and Granlund each score. And then Steele there with the game winner. Glad we did not trade him away. So up 1-0 here to start off the series. Honestly, could see us sweeping Minnesota. I think like the ratings, they were 89, 91, 90, and we were 94, 97, 94. So team is much higher rated, as you can see, kind of by the lines. Game 2, 1-1 after 1. Nothing in the second. And there we go. Steele and Yakupov each scored in the third. Hunt gets one for them, but not enough. So a big 3-2 win puts us up 2-0 here. Like I was saying, I would love to sweep these guys and just kind of get it rolling here. I don't think I've ever had a franchise mode where I've gone 4 straight sweeps. That's probably impossible, but you never know. So here we go. Game number 3. Let's keep it going here. First period, Rantanen gets one. Second, Rantanen another. Does he get a hat trick? No hat trick, but we do get the 3-1 win and the 3-1 series lead. So liking how this is going so far. Hopefully, team keeps playing well. Game number 4 here. Let's just finish it out right now. Don't even let them have a chance at coming back. 2-2. All right, so it's close game. Nothing in the second or the third. We're going to OT. We're going to OT 2. And there we go. McKinnon, second overtime, or double overtime, I should say, gets us the series winner. Moving on to semifinals. So in the second round, guys, are matched up with St. Louis. They have a sick first line. Schwartz, Shen, Tarasenko. After that, though, it's pretty mediocre. Kyrie here's now an 81, so that's good to know. He does grow quite a bit. Defense, Parayko's an 89. So they have a sick first pair. Obviously, not as good as ours. Or actually, yeah, no, not as good as ours. Goalies, Allen's their starter, so hopefully Hutton here can get some revenge on St. Louis. They let him go and kept Allen for some reason. Let's see what happens. So first period, guys, game number 1. 2-2, Tarasenko and Stahl each scores for them. I guess they made a trade for Jordan Stahl. It's interesting. I didn't even notice that. And, wow, big third period for us. Shabbat, Carlson, Stastny. So the defense is really helping out there. Let's just keep this win streak rolling, hopefully. I noticed that St. Louis actually went to 7 games in their first series. Doesn't affect it in the sim. I wish it would, though. That'd be cool if there was like a fatigue factor. Game number 2, down 2-0 early. Big second period, Carlson, McKinnon, Shabbat. Here we go. And third period, we hold on to the lead. There we go. So back-to-back wins. 6-0 so far in the playoffs. Loving this. This team is so sick. Like even last year, I tried to make them bad, and they were still okay. And this year, they're just unreal. Let's see if we can keep it going here. In St. Louis, first period. Okay, we're down 2 again. We came back last time. Alright, this is not looking good. We get shut out there 3-0. Eventually, we had to lose the game. It took us 7 games there to finally lose 1. Hopefully, we can at least get 1 win, though, in St. Louis. So here we go, game number 4. Down 1. Need to come back. There we go. Rantanen ties it. And big third period. Stastny, Yakupov each score. Look at these goals. Like, they're always so wide. I don't get it. Like, I'm not sure if it's a glitch in, like, showing where the goals are scored from. If that's actually where they're scoring goals. Doesn't make any sense to me. But we're now up 3-1 in the series. Only need 1 more win here. 3 games to go. 2 games at home. Feeling pretty good. Just noticed the AHL team actually lost in the first round. Alright. Nothing in the first. They get a goal from Fabry in the second. Wow, okay. 2 more goals. So again, 3-0 shutout. Seems like when we lose, it's just because we can't score. Don't get the goalie any help. So have to win one of these next 2 games. We're 7-2 so far in the playoffs. They're 6-6. We are such a better team. Come on. Game number 6. Wow. 3-1 down. 4-1. 7-2 win. Okay, so they actually forced a game 7 here. We better not choke this away. Here we go, guys. Game number 7. We need to win this. Cutter Hutton needs his revenge here on St. Louis. Come on. Nothing in the first. There we go. Rantanen, big goal in the second. And we keep it alive in the third. Schmaltz and Landeskog. I forgot, too, we got Schmaltz from them. So 3-1 win there in Game 7. I was honestly really worried we were going to let that one go after getting the 3-1 series lead. So, second round here, or sorry, conference final. We got San Jose Sharks. This should be good. So looking at San Jose's team right now, looks to be pretty much the same to what we're used to. Obviously, the lines are changed up a bit. I guess they signed Joffrey Lupul, though. Other than that, not seeing any changes. Yeah, looks to be pretty much the same San Jose Sharks team. So hopefully we can beat them. We're rated higher. Our team's better. So first period here, guys. We get 2 goals. Jakubov, Rantanen each score. Landeskog gets 1. Otherwise, we tied. Hurdle and Kane score for them. And Carlson forces OT. Come on, let's get the first win. There we go, Landeskog, OT winner. That's a good start. Always want to win that first game. So, up 1-0 here in the conference final. If we win this, we're actually on the Stanley Cup final. That'd be insane. I don't think the Colorado Avalanche have actually made the Stanley Cup final since they won the Stanley Cup back in, I think that was 2000, 2001, I forget. Kane there, first period, second game. Lupul scores. Can't believe they signed him. And then Carlson gets 1, unfortunately not enough. So 1-1 series. It's going to be a close series here in the conference finals. Got to hope we can come away here with the series win. Game number 3. Wow, big first period for us. 4-1 lead. Our guy just went off. Yakupov gets another there in the second. And Perron there just seals the deal. Big 6-2 win. Okay, hopefully we can keep rolling here into game number 4. That was actually... oh, I thought that was in San Jose. But no, San Jose must have finished higher than us. That was in Colorado. Okay. So they must have been second place in the league. I forgot who that team was, and Pittsburgh was first. Here we go. Game 3, tied 1-1 after 1. Couture gets 2, Rantanen gets 1. We're only down by 1. 1 period to go, but Couture actually gets the hat trick there. Okay. Tied it up 2-2. Big game for them. We're going back to San Jose now. I wanted to get both wins in Colorado, but that's all right. Very close series. Now we just have to win a best of 3. It's a fine position to be in to win the Stanley Cup. Here we go. We're down 1. We're down 2. We need a big third. And nothing in the third. Come on. Alright, guys. Game number 6 here. Need to win this thing. Force a game 7. And hopefully I can win that one. Move on to the Stanley Cup final. First period. There we go. McKinnon, Joss each score. Brack gets 1. Pavelski gets 1. 3-1 lead. Come on. And there we go. Nick Ritchie. Another weird angle. Doesn't matter, though. 4-1 win. Going to game 7 here. 1 game. Winner goes to the Stanley Cup final. I'll take that all day. In San Jose, so hopefully we can play upset here, I guess, for their fans. First period, nothing. Second period, oh my gosh. Going to the third period, come on. Going to OT, Bratt and LeBlanc each score. Here we go, OT. Are you kidding me? LeBlanc there, OT winner. And the draft lottery results just came in. Dallas there with the first overall pick. Montreal second, Detroit third. Really thought we had a good chance at the Stanley Cup there, unfortunately. Just did not happen. And as you guys can see here, the Sharks actually ended up going on to win the Stanley Cup, so at least we lost to the eventual champion. That makes me feel a little bit better. And they beat the Tampa Bay Lightning. Kind of figured they'd probably be there. Player awards, obviously Saad got there at Ross and the Hart. Clefbaum, James Norris, Kane Lady Bing. Logan Brown got the Calder. Jones there got the Conn Smythe. Murray with the Vezina. And the William M. Jennings. Boychuk, Bill Masterson. Bergeron, Selke again. Saad, Ted Lindsay, McDavid there, Maurice Richard. Quick look here at the AHL awards to see if we won anything. I don't think we did, though. None of the team awards and none of the player awards either, it looks like. Around the draft here, first pick actually wasn't until the 3rd round, pick number 20. First round here, Hughes did go first overall. This Gallant guy, 82 out of the draft, went 2nd. Westgar 3rd. Yablonski there 4th, 77. They always add like some created players. So Byron didn't go until 5, Cousins till 6, Kakko 7. Caulfield there 8. And I was looking at it too. Carter Hutton's now in 84. I don't know why he dropped by 5. He had like a decent year. We had a great year. He led the league in wins. So I don't get how like those certain goalies jump in overall and immediately drop. Doesn't make any sense. Ward here, high 7th D. Do we take a chance on him? Let's take a chance on him. Yeah, medium 7th. That sucks. And my next pick here is in the 5th round. I'm gonna try this Letang guy. Probably low top 9. It is low top 9, but that's not too bad for the 5th. Now the 29th pick here in the 6th round. I've seen some other guys that are pretty decent forwards, according to our scouts. Actually, I don't know why. I'm going to take this Finnish goalie here. Rajala, I think is how you say his name. And medium backup. That's okay. And I'm now making the final pick in the draft here. Going to go with this Lavoie guy. Scouted him 9 times. Hopefully he's at least the bottom 6. AHL top 6. Wow. That was a pretty rough draft, but we did get pretty far in the playoffs, and our teams is still stacked and full of good prospects. And we're not the re-sign phase here. We have 17 million in cap space. Have a ton of big players to re-sign though. Carlson, Rantanen, Ritchie. So obviously gonna try and sign Carlson here. I wonder what he wants. 8.5 million, and he's not interested in an extension. That's not good to hear. I mean, we could sign him as a free agent, but we'd love to get him locked up right now. So I'll offer him 9 million, an extra 500k. As if he's not interested in an extension, you always have to overpay them. Just gonna go by position now though. Let's see here. Kerfoot's probably gonna want to raise for sure. 4.5 million. I'm just gonna qualify for right now. Comfort here. Soderberg 5.377. I thought his contract actually ended. If we buy him out, we get it down to 1.7, so save almost 4 million. We'll definitely do that. There we go. That definitely gives us a bit more wiggle room. Comfort probably could be a fourth line signer. We'll see. 1 year at 1 million. Hopefully he takes that. We really need to save some money here. I was hoping to win the cup that year. We had a bunch of awesome deals. Jost, how much does he want? 5 million. I don't think I'm able to afford everybody. This is going to be really tough. Kamenev here wants an NHL deal, even though he's a 77, so I'm just going to qualify him. And looking at right wings now, we have to re-sign Rantanen and Ritchie. This is going to be tough. Rantanen actually only wants 5.5. That's more than fair for an 87, so maybe he'll take 5. That'd be a pretty good bargain for us. Ritchie, I think we were paying 2.5 last year. He wants 5.4. We'll offer him like 4.75. I think that's still pretty good. Yakupov's locked up. The rest of the guys will probably just get qualified. And looking at defense now, obviously gave Carlson an offer. Shabbat here, 1 year left on his rookie deal. Zadorov was actually scratched for us after we made that trade for Martinez. Let's see here. Makar's coming up. He's a 77. I feel like he's going to grow at least a bit during the summer. Usually he's higher than this. Usually he's like at least a low 80. Played him top pair on the AHL. Merkley's a 76 now. Okay, so if we assume he grows, or even Matt Benning could be like a worst case scenario. He somehow grew playing the AHL. Never mind, wants 1.8 million, so we're going to qualify him. If somebody else wants to pay him, they can. Schmaltier wants 3.5 as an 80. We had him for 750k last season. And Zadorov, let's see, he wants 4 million, so I just have to qualify all these guys. I feel like they're asking for way too much. We'll see what Carlson says. And then Varlamov here, 83 overall. Was getting paid like 6 million, only wants 1.7. That's actually really fair. He's the same overall, and he's taking like a $5 million pay cut. So if he takes 1.5 million, that actually would just be a huge plus for us. So Carlson rejected our offer. He said he wants to go to free agency, so I'm just going to let him go and hopefully sign him out of there. And then the rest of these guys here have qualifying offers on. Plan on making a few trades to free up some cap space. Probably going to get rid of Martinez. Maybe combine him with Hutton for a starting goaltender. Also lose some salary cap. Might trade Perron as well. He's dropped a couple overall. Probably spent too much last summer. That's okay. Hopefully we can just work the salary cap here and keep everybody we need to. So we're out the free agency period. Really curious to see who's available other than Carlson, of course. Usually Wheeler, Panarin are both available, and there they are. Same with Pacioretty, Marner's an RFA. Nick Ritchie, hopefully we can lock up. Skinner there, Puljujarvi. Some pretty big names. Gardner, Joss, Kerfoot. A lot of our players they were to try and keep. Curious about goalies here. Maybe we could even just sign a goalie. Rene's available and Bobrovsky. Okay. Both 91s. Rene's 36. He only wants 5.7. He's a true #1 goalie, unlike Hutton. I still don't get Hutton. Like, he had a good season, led the league in wins, and he dropped overall. It makes no sense. Before we sign any free agents, try to make a trade with Carolina. Basically shed some cap, offering them Hutton and Martinez. Hutton here is still 84, so he's a little overpaid, but not too much. Martinez there. Solid defenseman. Be getting back Fleury, who's an 84, low elite, and much better salary. So I don't know if they'll take this. I mean, the value's on our side. Maybe they will. I think I'm going to have to overpay by a lot for them to do this trade, but here we go. Trade rejected. I figured that maybe if we like add a pick, they'll say yes. Actually, instead of Fleury, I'm going to ask for Madison Bowley, who I guess they made a trade for. Hopefully they'll say yes to this. I'm just trying to shed cap right now, and they do. There we go. Plus we actually get back a decent defenseman. So after trading away Hutton and Martinez, now have enough to sign Rene here. Asking for 5.7. I'll offer him 6. Wants 5 years though. That'd be till he's 41. Seems a little ridiculous, but I mean, whatever. Hopefully he retires before that. Also, I thought we signed Varlamov. Apparently we didn't, so I'm just going to make him a quick offer here. Hopefully he'll say yes. That's actually around, I think, what he wanted to be the backup. Bring him back. If not, we can sign somebody else. I'm also going to try and sign Carlson here. He's actually asking for less than he was from us, so I just never get that. Like, they say they want to test the market, then, like, it doesn't make sense. So I'll give him 8.75. That's more than he's asking for and less than I already originally offered him, so you never know. And then other than that, we basically just need the money to sign our RFAs. And if they don't sign, we could hopefully use some money on other guys that are left. It sucks, like, our team, kind of everyone needed a new contract same year. And right now, guys, we're going to trade with Montreal, offering them Perron for a first-round pick, simply just trying to clear up cap space, and maybe we can use that first-round pick at the deadline to make a big trade happen. We'll see what Montreal says. And they do say yes, that's awesome. Also, guys, just made an offer on 10 two-way players. The first one's actually got low top 4D. The rest here just all medium top 9, but they're 20 years old, high 60s. That's decent prospects. Same here with some medium top 6s, even Yoki Harju there. So if we can sign them for free, could definitely use them in a trade later on. So Schneider just accepted our offer. Same with Gallant, Moran, Yoki Harju. Looks like a bunch of these AHL guys. Salin rejected though. Wanted a better mix of players, whatever that means. Still haven't heard back though from Carlson or Rene. If we could sign one of those, that'd be huge. Really don't want to trade away all that stuff for Carlson for no reason. Varlamov's coming back, so that's good. We have our backup. And there we go. Pekka Rene did accept our offer. We have our 91 overall goalie. That is huge. Carlson, though, rejected. Didn't offer him enough money, even though we offered him more than what he wanted. But I guess it was less than what we originally offered him. So that trade doesn't look as good now, as he ended up signing with the Devils. We gave up Bachfist, who's probably going to be like an 80, so that definitely does suck. So the Senators just gave Nick Ricci a qualifying offer, $5.9 million. I was trying to get him for like $5.5, so I guess I'll pay the extra $400K to keep him. And I just got a pretty interesting trade offer from the Oilers. They want to give me Puljujarvi for Cale Makar. Last I checked, Makar was like an 77, but he could grow. Yeah, he's a 77. He did not grow as much as he usually does. Usually he's like at least a low 80 by now. Puljujarvi is an 84, medium elite. I mean, if we put him in the right role, it could be even better for us. I feel like do we have the cap space? We have 18 million. I think we have the cap space. I feel like we have to pull the trigger here. I don't want to trade Makar, but for Puljujarvi, I feel like it's worth it. And the Senators are trying to take another player from us. They just offered Kamenev 1.3 for 2 years. Thing is, he's like a 77, so he'd just be in the AHL. No real reason to add extra salary cap, so I'm just going to tell them to take him. And the Minnesota Wild just offered us Mikko Koivu for a first-round pick. Unfortunately, he's making $5.5 million. I don't think we have the salary cap. We still have to re-sign Jost, Kerfoot, and I think somebody else. Alright guys, so Ottawa's again trying to steal one of our players. I guess they're still upset about that Duchesne trade. Us drafting Bachfist with their first round pick, who I just realized we traded them for Carlson. So really, they shouldn't be upset. They got Bachfist, Carlson's down the Devils, but apparently they hold a grudge. Offering 5.9 here to Jost. I was hoping to try and get him for under 5. It's like the end of the summer now. Obviously, risk versus reward there. You can get them for cheaper, but a team could make them an offer sheet. So I'm going to match it. I'm not going to let him go for free. And then hopefully we can save money on everyone else we still have to sign. And as you can see here, Puljujarvi now only wants 2.9 at the end of the summer, even though he's 84 overall. So I think it definitely was smart to hold out. I probably should have signed Jost like a day earlier, I guess. But I didn't know Ottawa was going to try and steal him from us. Going to offer both Jost and Kerfoot here. I'll give Kerfoot like 25K less as he is a lower overall. Schmaltz here is an 80. Wants 2.2. That's still a bit much. Last year he only wanted like 750K. Benning here wants 1. Let's just try and get him for like, I don't know, 1 million right on maybe. Alright guys, so finally finished building the team for this season. First line here is now Richie, McKinnon, and Rantanen, who's actually an 88 now. Second line is Puljujarvi, Kerfoot, and Josh, who's actually an 85. He went up by 2. Third line here is Landeskog, Zadina, and Yakupov. Actually moves Zadina to center. He's got 78 faceoffs. Hopefully he plays well there. And then fourth line we have Sam Steele, Stastny, and Bratt. So the center depth's really good, although we could use a better second line center. So maybe that's like a deadline trade we'll make. Defense here did not get Carlson, but still top pair of Shabbat Carlson. John Carlson I think is pretty solid. Barry Bowie's a really solid second pair as well. Bowie was an 82, now an 84. So basically got a better defenseman for cheaper, trading Martinez for him, and then got rid of Hutton's contract. And then bottom pair, Zadorov also grew, and playing with Schmaltz, who also grew. So, I mean, the defense looks good. Of course, Rene and net, that's going to be huge for us. 90 overall goalie. Excited to see how this team plays. Just got this trade off from Calgary. They want to give me Giordano and Komarov for a first, a second, and Letang. Don't really think it's worth it, though. We could probably get a better deal at the deadline. But we have a really good start here. We're in December. 24-11-3 right now. Hopefully, they can just keep this going. Just got another trade offer. This one's from Minnesota. They want to give me Suter for 2 first-round picks and Sam Steele. I want to see how good Suter still is. He's making $7.5 million for 6 more years. He's an 88. I mean, Chabot's 1 lower. Maybe it's something we do at the deadline. I don't know. And we're at the trade deadline here, guys. I have a record of 37, 21, and 4, so we're crushing it. It's like 78 points. We'll see where we are in the division. Hopefully, first place again. Second place, actually, behind St. Louis. And Richie's leading scorer, 53 points. So we can actually still make a few trades. Hopefully there's some solid players on the block. So I'm trying to make a blockbuster trade at the deadline again with Ottawa. Seems like our 2 teams just seem to be linked. Trying to get both Matt Duchesne and Mike Hoffman. Duchesne, 85 overall center. Definitely an upgrade. And we need a second line center. True one. And then Hoffman here, 85 winger. Just adds more firepower to our offense. offering them Stastny, basically just for salary cap reasons, couple first-round picks, and Schnarr. We'll see what they say here. Trade rejected. Okay, let's see if we can add a little bit. All right, guys, so I actually added CC onto their side. 85 overall defenseman, only making $2.8 million. That's really good value. Timmins onto our side. I don't think it's quite enough, though. But obviously, with getting back Timmins, we can trade an NHL defenseman. So I'm also going to add Schmaltz here. Just noticed, too, Merkley's 82 overall, playing in the juniors. So that's kind of crazy. I think he was a 79. I guess I could have kept him on the team, but I didn't know he was going to grow that much. So we'll have him for next year if we did another year. Right now, the value's about equal. We'll see what they say to this. If not, maybe can, I don't know, add something. Here we go. Trade rejected. Okay, let's try. All right, so I'm taking Sam Steele off, and I'm just going to try trading the 2 firsts, Timmins and Schmaltz for Duchesne and CC. Basically, it's 2 firsts for Duchesne, then Timmins and Schmaltz for CC. This is like a huge trade for us if it goes through. Probably the only trade we're making. And they do say yes. There we go. I'll look for maybe one more trade, but our team's pretty much set after that. All right, guys, so I'm trying to make one more trade here. LA has Toffoli on the block. They also have Jeff Carter on the block, actually. He's the same rating as Toffoli, but he signed for 3 more years, where Toffoli is done after this year. So trying to think about the virtual GM, I guess, making sure he's not stuck with a bad contract. Offering them Sam Steele, who, again, really never panned out for us. Went to 77 after 1 year and then just kind of stopped at 78. Bratt, going to want to raise. This is his last year on his deal. Comfort's in the AHL right now. Same with this Greer guy they want. So I don't really mind losing either of those guys. And then Schnarr there, just like a top 9 prospect. Value's about equal. Let's see what they say. And there we go. Trade accepted. So I feel like that was a pretty solid deadline. This team is pretty much stacked. Plus we still kept Merkley, who's an 82 in juniors somehow. So I'm happy with that. Let's see how they do for the second half of the season. So like I was saying, guys, after the trade deadline, our team is stacked. We have Ritchie, McKinnon, Rantanen on the first line. Puljujarvi, Duchesne, Jost on the second, Landeskog, Kerfoot, and Toffoli on the third, and then Yakupov, Stastny, and Stadina on the fourth. Defense here, Shabbat, Carlson, CC Berry, and then Zaharov, Bowie, and of course Rene is still in net. So this team is unreal. Hopefully we can win a cup here in the final year. So we're out there in the regular season here, finished the record of 54, 24, and 4. Absolutely crushed it. I think that's like 112 points. I'm not even sure. Definitely in the playoffs, maybe even a President's Trophy. Won the division and the conference. That's awesome. Rantanen in there, leading scorer. 69 points. Nice. We'll see how everybody else did. Hopefully that first line is just going off. Ritchie, 68. Sam McKinnon, okay. Duchesne, 62. Jost there, 61. All right. He's actually up in overall. Landeskog, 57, so still performing. Even on the third line. Carlson there, lots of points for D-Man. Same with Barry, actually. Yakupov, 39. That's pretty good for a bottom 6 player. Puljujarvi could be doing better. Take a look here at Rene's stats. How are they doing? Good record. Only 2 shutouts, .92 save percentage. So Varlamov actually had better stats and a better win record. Rene, though, still a 90, so can't complain. See if there's any surprises this time for leading scorer. As you can see, it's Pasternak, so kind of surprising, but not really. Let's see. Most of the other names I'm seeing here are all the same. Mark Stone there, 82 points on a pretty bad Saturday team is actually pretty impressive. And I want to take a look now and see whether or not we won the President's Trophy. And we did not. Wow. Tied Pittsburgh. 4 less regulation overtime wins, though. And then Boston there beat us out by a point. That sucks. I was really hoping for at least a President's Trophy. And last place team in the league is the Nashville Predators. That's just so surprising to me. So the first round of the playoffs, guys, we got matched up with the Anaheim Ducks. Their team's looking pretty bad. I have no idea how they made the playoffs. Stahl here's an 83 now. Getzlaf's still an 88, though. Perry's down to an 82. And he's still making, what, 8.6. That is not good. They have a 74 Reeves there on the second line. I do not understand this team. Kessler's a 79 as well. Max Jones, though, is an 80, so he grew about the same as Steele. Defense, they have a very good defense. Okay, so I guess the defense here just carried the team. Actually, yeah, it definitely did. Forgot, actually, we traded them Eric Johnson. Plus, I think they still have Gibson and net. They do. So, no offense, but very good defense and goaltending. I think we're still a much better team all around. So first game here, guys. First period, up 2-1. Ritchie actually with a couple. Kessler, though, ties it. And wow, Kessler wins it. Decided to answer back. We have like our instigator, I guess, and Ritchie, who I just realized also former Duck there. So a lot of history with this team. If we get beat by this team in the first round, I'm actually going to be so upset. Like, the team we put together is so much better. But only one game. Game number 2, nothing in the first. Score there from Rantanen in the second. And nothing in the third. Okay, so 1-0 win, but we'll take it. Game number 3 now. Hopefully we can take the series lead here. First period, Kerfoot gets one. Second period, McKinnon, Puljujarvi, Eves for them. 3-1 lead. Lots of scoring there in the third, but luckily hold on to that one. 7-3 win. Everything just kind of went crazy there. Looks like we found where to score, just right side there. 4 goals. Game number 4 now. Down 2-0 here early. Down 3-0. That was not a good game. Up 1-0. Rantanen again. Richie. And there we go. Big third period there from Rene. So 3-2 series lead. Just have to win one of these next 2 games. Should be able to get that done. AHL team looks to... they won their series, so that's good for them, I guess. Alright, so here we go. Game number 6 in Anaheim. Let's move on here. This team, we got to be able to beat them. Come on. Nothing in the first. Big second period. McKinnon with a couple. Joss with 1. Wow. Third period. They get 3 goals. 3-2 series lead. We're looking like Toronto there. Third period collapse. Okay. Game number 7. We have to win this next game. Alright, so here we go, guys. Game number 7. Nothing in the first or the second. We need a big third period. Come on. And there we go. Landeskog and McKinnon each scored. That was way too close of a first round, but luckily came away with the win, even though it took all 7 games. And the second round here, matched up with the St. Louis Blues again. First line hasn't changed. Looks like some of their players might got better. Fabry's in 85, Kyrie in 82. Fourth line's the same. Defense looks to be about the same. Goalie's probably, yeah, still Allen, but he's now in 85. I think before he was in 84. First period here, guys, of game 1. Down 1-0. Nothing in the second. And third period there, they get 3 goals. We get 1 from Toffoli. So, alright, down 1-0 again, but that's alright. Accidentally simmed through game 2. We're now down 2. This is not looking good. The St. Louis team, like, we're much better than. We should not be down 2-0 here in a series against them. Need a big game 3 here in St. Louis, and it's not... Okay, Duchesne pulled us within 1. And, wow, okay, so we have to now reverse sweep them. This is... I don't know. I thought this team was amazing, and maybe last year was supposed to be our year, because... This isn't looking good, but you never know. One game at a time. Maybe we can pull it off here. First period, game 4, and this is just... Come on, third period. I thought this was the year. This team is so stacked. Gave up a lot without, you know, destroying the core at all. And second round gets swept by the St. Louis Blues. That's disappointing. So the draft results just came in, guys. Nashville there with the first overall pick, getting Alexis Lafreniere. Toronto with the second overall pick via Calgary. I think, you know, I thought Calgary would learn not to trade away those first round picks after this year, but apparently not. And this is actually a bit of a shocker. The Stanley Cup champions of the Vancouver Canucks, was not expecting that one. Obviously, Boston their President's Trophy, and they beat the Flyers in the Stanley Cup final. Player awards there, we already know Pastrnak with the Art and the Art Ross. I think they always go hand in hand, or I guess not every time. Maybe sometimes it goes to the Maurice Richard winner. Hanifin there, James Norris. Pastrnak also got the Lady Byng. White there with the Calder. Markstrom got the Conn Smythe. I thought Demko would have been their goalie. That's kind of surprising. Vezina with the Gibson. Andy William Jennings, that makes sense. I mean, the Ducks D-core is insane. Dylan there, Masterson, Bergeron with the Selke again, Pastrnak, Ted Lindsay, and then Kane there with the Maurice Richard. And taking a quick look at the AHL team here, it doesn't look like our team got any awards. I don't think our AHL team got a single award in all 3 years, unless we have a random player award. Kale McCarr got 1, playing for Edmonton's AHL team, best defenseman. That's alright though. Also, I noticed up here, Cole Caulfield got the most goals, so that's also cool to see. So since we failed to win the Stanley Cup, gonna quick sell this 100K Playoff Extreme Choice Pack. Really thought the second or third year would have done it, but I don't know. The sim was just not good to us. That's okay, though. So here we go. We'll see, I guess, what we missed out on. First round, a collectible. Doesn't really matter, and then that's it. So I'll take those 2. Hopefully nobody too crazy. Okay, McDonough, Stanley Cup, Sittler Legend. It's good, but it's nothing. I'm still okay with quick selling it, even though McDonough could grow a lot more. And here we go, final round. Please be no one crazy. Palatz in 87, Base Malkin, Sagan. Okay, just no one too good. There we go. I didn't want to see like the 99 Crosby or anything. This definitely isn't too bad to quick sell. Definitely could have been worse. Although there still are some really good players here, like the McDonough, I think, is going to grow a lot. But I get to quick sell all that now for 14K. For being a bad GM, I guess. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave the thumbs up. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.